Namaste, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Come on down and have a seat. All right, just settle in. Settle into your mat, into the floor, wherever you're at. And acknowledge how you're feeling. And start with the 3-point breath. So the 3-point breath is breathing in, noticing it goes in your chest and the expansion of your rib cage when you inhale. And when you exhale, you just let go. And again, inhale. And the expansion of the chest. And then the rib cage. And just becoming nice and calm and centered. And today, maybe we'll set our intention on something we're grateful for. In particular, this body that is allowing us to do yoga today. There's a statistic that we can go without food for 50 days. We can go without water for 7 days. We can only go 5 minutes without breath. So really acknowledge how grateful you are for this breath. And you can open your eyes, and when you're ready, we're going to do a nice, soft, gentle, well, I say that now, class. So come on down to your back, all the way down to your back. All the way down. And then again, just kind of notice how you're feeling. You can start with the soles of your feet to the floor. And taking a nice big inhale and exhale. And again, that 3-part breath. And then maybe when you exhale, you feel more of your back body touching the earth. Okay, let's bring a right leg up to the sky. And if you can, clasp your hands behind your leg or just grab your leg. And we're going to just bend and extend the leg, just real gently. Just slowly bend and extend the leg. And then when you get to the top, just hold it there. And point and flex real slow. So point and flex. Maybe inhale when you point, exhale when you flex. Point, flex. And then rotate your ankle around one way. And then rotate it around the other. Hi, kitty. And then when you're ready, bring it down to the ground. And just pause for a moment. And when you're ready, bring the other leg up into the sky. And again, grab it wherever it may be. And just slowly bend and extend. And bend, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And then just hold it there. And then point and flex. And always be aware of different predominant sensations that happen when you do any little pose. And then when you're ready, rotate it around one way. And then rotate it around the other. And then come on back down. Okay. So let's reach our arms up over our heads. Inhale up. And then exhale, bringing them back down. And inhale our arms up. And exhale down. And then inhale up. And then exhale and back down. And then when you're ready, just take your right foot over the top of your left knee, coming into a nice figure four. And just hold it there for a moment. Just starting to open up the hips a little bit. And then if it's in your practice today, if you want to, you can lift the left leg up and clasp behind the back of the left thigh, upper thigh. And remember, you want to keep your head on the floor. And if your head does come up and you really want to be able to clasp behind the back of your thigh, you can always put a pillow underneath your head. And then just notice the nice, gentle opening. Just let it be nice and easy, not yanking or anything like that. It's the beginning of our practice, so we're just stretching. And then come on back down and uncross your legs and pause. And then cross the other leg over. And then lift the right leg up. And always notice one side, how it may be different than the other. And if there are different sensations that go on. All right, and then bring your feet back down to the floor. And again, just pause. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. All right, when you're ready, gently come on around to tabletop. So however you want to get to tabletop. All right, so coming into a nice cow, drop your belly down, okay? So you know your wrists are underneath your shoulders and knees are underneath. And then when you're ready, sit back into child's pose. And then come on back up and then bring the belly down to the earth, crown of the head to the sky, and then sit back into child's pose. And you can get the breath into it. So inhale and then exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Just getting a little bit warmed up. And then come on back up to tabletop. Okay, take your right foot way back. Bring the ball of the foot to the floor. You may not be able to see mine because Terry's in the way today. And just feel a gentle stretch. Okay, we're not putting the pedal to the metal back there. We're just noticing that. And really noticing that you're keeping your pelvis parallel to the floor. And then if you want to, you can lift that right leg up. Remember, it's parallel. And if it's in your practice today, lift the left arm up. And just hold there, finding something to stare at on the floor. And anytime you want to come down, that's all right, or bring an arm down or a leg down, that's all right. And then come on back down to tabletop. Okay, left foot goes way back. Bring the left ball of the foot and stretch it way back. I didn't mean to say that. Stretch it way back. Gently softening way back, okay? But acknowledging that stretch on the back of your Achilles tendon. And then lift the left leg up and just hold it there. Just notice how the body shifts to make things correct so that you're not going to fall, right? And then if you want, you can bring the right arm forward. And just hold yourself there. Nice, gentle breaths. And then come on back down. Bring your left knee down. And then let's curl into our first downward facing dog. So curl your toes under. Gently lift your sit bones up. Taking a nice big inhale. And exhale, and start with your knees bent, okay? And maybe you'll bend one knee a little bit more than the other, so you're kind of pedaling out a little bit. And maybe breathing out of your mouth a couple of times, whatever works for you in the first dog. And then walk your feet behind your hands. Come into a forward fold, okay? And really bend your feet, okay? Because most of us cannot get our hands to the floor, and most of us have, well, I shouldn't say that. I do not know this, but you don't want to round your back so much, okay? So, or put any strain on it. All right, so bring your hands to your knees. So inhale halfway up. So that nice flat back. And then exhale, fold all the way down. And then slowly, let's come up into chair. So bend your knees, okay? So when you come up into chair, okay, if you acknowledge, I'm trying to get you to think about, let's see if I come around. I don't know if I'm a good angle for you, better angle here for. So in chair, you want to keep there is a little bit of a sway in your lower back, but if you notice, it's in a neutral spine. My back's in a neutral spine. So staying in chair, and just straighten the legs out just a little bit, and then bend them down again, okay? So, and then straighten them just a little bit, and then bend them down, okay? And one more time, straighten the legs a little bit, really pressing your feet into the ground, and then come on down, okay? And notice I'm not sticking my arms out or anything yet, but if you straighten your legs, and then you just hinge at the hips, you have that flat back, okay? That's what you want to have when you come halfway up. So if you need to keep your hands on your hips to remember that, or you need to have your hands higher up than your knees, that's all right, okay? So now we'll slowly stand all the way back up. All right, mountain pose. Okay, so spread your toes, lift your toes off the ground, really spread them out, get used to that, and then bring them back down on the ground, and then maybe come up on your toes a little bit, and then come on back down, and then just feel how your feet are really rooted into the earth, okay? All right, let's just slowly sway side to side, okay? And it's a gentle sway. We're not really getting into it. I know with kids yoga, they'll certainly get into this particular one because they'll really want to swing around. And if you want to get your neck into it, that's all right too. Okay, just kind of loosening up. It's good to have nice, healthy necks because we want to be able to back out of parking spaces, right? All right, and then come on back to center. Okay. All right, come on back up to the front of your mat. Oh, I forgot to do gate. All right. And then inhale your arms all the way up. Okay, bend your knees slightly, okay? Exhale, fly all the way back down, okay? Inhale halfway up. Now, where's that flat back, right? Exhale all the way back down. And then let's come back down to tabletop. Okay. So I forgot to do this before, but that's all right. So bring your right foot way out. We're going to come into gate. Okay, bring your right foot out. Thank you, Terry, for moving. And then swivel the right foot down on the ground, just like we're getting into Warrior Two. So the right back of the foot, side of the foot is rooted. And then bring the left leg around, okay? And then walk yourself forward. Okay, so you're nice and rooted in gait. Oops, Siri got that. And then you can totally stay here. I said gate. Okay, and then come on back up. I love how Siri does this, okay? And this might be enough. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, bring your right hand down to the side. and it's kind of a reverse warrior on the floor. So you're stretching out this whole left side, pushing the right foot down, gently pushing, and then come on back up. And then if you can, bring the left hand down, keeping your right shoulder up towards the sky, okay? And you can keep your right hand on your hip, okay? And then also notice, like, too, and I just kind of corrected myself, we have a tendency to want to dunk the head, crown of the head towards the floor. See if you can keep it nice and steady up, okay, if it works for you. And then bring the right leg up to the sky, okay, holding up, and then bring the right arm up. So we're kind of doing a half moon here, but if you notice, we're really working the outside of that right leg. Okay, and then maybe bring the leg down and gently bring it up parallel, and then bring it down. And keeping that right, bring it back up, right shoulder is opening up. Whether or not you have your arm up and down doesn't matter. And then come on back down. Bring your hands down to the floor. Walk forward. Bring the right knee in. And then we'll just move to the other side. So bring the left foot out like it's parallel to the back or front of the mat, wherever you're at, okay? And then you can come up to standing, so to speak, kneel standing, right? Bring your arms up. Bring the left hand down to to your side, so doing a nice reverse warrior. Holding yourself up, feeling a good stretch, opening in that hip flexor while we're doing this. And then come on down. Now bring the right hand down to the ground. Now, some of you may need to lean on a chair if this is too much on your wrist. You may even want to try, if you want to come down to your elbow, that's all right too, okay? Okay, so then left leg comes up, okay, and just feel that. And so now the left arm is opening up to the sky. Left arm up. Hold it up there, okay? And then bring the foot down. Bring it back up. And we're doing it nice and slow because you want to feel everything. You want to feel what's going on with that whole area. It's so nice to know that we can go out to the side, right? And then one more time. Come on back up. Okay? And then come on back around to tabletop. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Okay, you're in that forward fold. Hands to your knees or back your knees or whatever. Inhale halfway up. Acknowledge that your shoulder blades are going down your back. They're not coming up by your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. We're going to come up into chair. So inhale, come on up into chair. And if you want, you can get the arms into it. And while you're in chair, notice how your feet are working into the earth. Are you favoring one side versus the other? Can you come back on your heels a little bit more? Breathing in, breathing out, and then stand slowly all the way up and bring your arms back down by your sides and connect again to the earth. Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly nice and gingerly all the way back down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Okay. Bring that right foot back. We're going to come into warrior two. So it comes into a 45-degree angle. Okay. Come on up to your left knee. Make sure the knee is going straight over the front portion of your foot. Bring your arms out to a T. And just notice this, really rooting both feet evenly, okay? And then bring your palms up to the sky. Do you notice how your chest opens up? And then you can bring your palms back down. Bring your right hand down to the back leg. Reverse the warrior. Okay, come on back up to warrior two. And then let's windmill our hands down to the mat. Drop your right knee down, bring the left knee back into tabletop. Now we're going to lower ourselves down. You may want to position yourself so you walk your hands a little bit out so that you come into that, it's kind of like it's a knee push-up basically, okay? And then lower yourself all the way down to the floor, okay? Tops of the feet to the floor. And then inhale up to that cobra. So you're lifting your collarbone up a little bit. And then exhale down. Come back up to that tabletop push-up. Okay, come on back up. Now you can be in real tabletop, and we're going to do we're going to get our upper body strength going on. So if you want to bend your knees just a little, or your elbows just a little bit, if that's enough, that's okay. Some of you may want to join me with the knees down and then slowly lower yourself all the way down, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Come on up into cobra. So now you're keeping your pelvis to the floor, your pubic bone down, lifting up your collarbone. Exhale down. Come on back up. Use your arm strength, your chest strength, okay? One more time. Lower yourself all the way down. Come on up into cobra. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, now we're going to come back into downward facing dog. So come on up, curl your toes under. Lift your sit bones up. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Forward fold. Love the forward fold, okay? Inhale halfway up so that you do that flat back, okay? Exhale down. Bend your knees. Let's come up into chair, okay? Sit back on your heels, lifting up in any degree that you want to be in chair, okay? Keeping those quadriceps nice and strong. And then stand nice and slowly all the way up. And breathe. All right. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly down. So you're hinging at your hips, right? You're not rounding that upper back. You're inhaling halfway up. Exhale down. Left foot comes back. Warrior two, other side. Sorry, you're going to see the back of me this time, but you can hear me better. Arms out to a T. Make sure you have that right knee lined up all right. Palms up to the sky. Feel the opening of your chest. We just worked the chest, right? Palms back down. Reverse the warrior. Come on back up to warrior two. Put your hands on your hips. Step the left foot next to the right. Okay, we're going to do a nice soft, really nice soft, actually no, let's do this really first, okay? So step your right foot way out or your left foot. We're going to come into goddess, okay? So your knees are out, your feet are out to the side. Bend down, and you don't have to bend down too much. What I want you to think about is these inner thighs, okay? So if you want to, you can bring your arms into cactus, bring your shoulder blades a little bit closer together, and start by acknowledging kind of like you're squeezing these inner thighs towards each other without moving your knees, okay? So using the inner part, the adductors. So let's get dynamic. So inhale up, exhale down, nice and slow. You can come down as low as you want. When you come back down, bring those shoulder blades together. Inhale up, exhale down, feeling the feet really rooting into the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Now hold it there, okay? Really acknowledging all the different parts that are holding you up in goddess, okay, of these legs, okay? And then bring your hands to your hips. You can straighten up. And then actually heel toe, your feet back together, okay? Nice couple of gentle poses here, okay? So just to get used to being in balance. So you can do this as much as you want or not as much, okay? So inhale up. So you're going to root both feet. We're going to do dynamic now. We're just going to inhale our arms up to a T and then maybe bring the right leg up, or this might be your left leg up, and then bring it back down, and then bring the left leg up and bring it back down. We're just going back and forth. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Now some of you may want to bring your arms all the way up. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Okay, we're going to add on here. So inhale that right foot up or left knee up, exhale down, and then bring it back behind you and just touch, and then come on back up, and then come on back down. Now the other side. So inhale up, touch it back behind, come on back up, exhale down. Ready? Other side. Inhale up, touch the foot behind, come on back up and down. Here we go one more time on this side. Inhale up, exhale up, come on back up and down. All right. So now you're acknowledged with all angles of balance. So we're going to try eagle. So you're going to either do your arms wrapped across your chest, or, okay, so bring your arms out into cactus. I'm going to bring the right arm forward. Left arm can come forward. You can do just your forearms together if that's enough, or you can gently wrap your arms around. Okay, your forearms around. Okay, so that your hands are, I'm kind of showing you around this way, okay? And then undo it. All right, so let's start. And then the feet, bend your knees. Take that right knee, cross it over the left knee. And so you're sitting on you're bending the left knee a little bit, and maybe you have that right toe on the ground, okay? This might be enough. Now let's bring our arms up, right arm forward, left arm comes on top and wrap around. And if you can, gently lift the elbows up a little bit. Some of you may be wanting to balance on that left foot, so you'll wrap the top of the right foot around the back of the calf, the left calf. And just hold it. And if you fall out, who cares? And then if you want to, you can fly out again, bring the right knee up, and then come on back down. And pause. Root yourself in to the earth, okay? These are not easy poses. So bend your knees, cross the left leg over the right, and maybe start with the left toe down on the ground, bending the right knee, arms come up into cactus, left arm forward, right arm on top or hug, okay? Wrap around, okay? If you want to lift the elbows up. If you want to do the balance, certainly one side might be a little fun than the other. Stare at something on the floor. Maybe come down a little bit more. And then come on back out. Maybe bring that left knee up. And come on back down. And pause. Check in with yourself. Check in with that breath. Be grateful for that breath you have. All right, come on up to the front of your mat. Okay. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fly all the way back down. Okay, let's come down into child's pose. Okay, sit on back to your heels. And if your forehead doesn't make it to the floor, you can stack your fists one on top of the other. Just rest down. Just let everything rest, whatever works for you. You can bring your arms out front. You can bring your arms down by the sides. Just breathing into this, feeling the rise and fall of the ribs. Okay, maybe walk your hands over towards the right. Getting a nice side stretch on that left side. And then walk your hands over to the other side. Opening up onto the right side. And then come on forward. Let's come into your belly. We'll come up into Sphinx. So bring your elbows approximately underneath your shoulders. Okay. Your fingertips are facing the front of your mat, and you're pressing your forearms into the ground. Okay. And just start with that. And relax your sit bones. It's really easy to tighten up back there, but just see if you can relax. And then when you're ready, see if you can imagine that you're pressing your forearms down and you're trying to pull your forearms back towards your chest, towards your rib cage. And you might feel a little bit more stretch in the abdominal area. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale here. All right, now let's come all the way down. Come into locust. So bring the tops of your hands to the floor down by your sides, okay? And start by lifting your collarbone up. So just like you just did in Sphinx. And lift the back of your arms up, shoulder blades together. Maybe lift your thighs off the ground. Coming up into a nice locust. Keep holding it up there. Any strain on your lower back, come on out of it. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, exhale, and then come on down. Stack your palms, rest one cheek down. Just let everything relax into the earth. And we're going to come up again. Just bring your palms up, down towards the, tops of the hands towards the floor, okay? Lifting up, lifting your arms up so you'll feel your triceps. And it's kind of like somebody's high-fiving you from the sky, right? To get up. And then maybe lift your thighs up. Really breathe into it. Getting nice and strong in the back. Making sure you're not jetting your chin out. And then stack your hands the other way and rest your opposite cheek down. And just let go. Let everything go. Okay, we'll come up with Sphinx again, but now we're going to bend our right knee. Reach around and grab the ankle, foot, calf, whatever. Press the foot into the hand. Getting a great stretch in that quadricep that we worked. Now, if you can't do it, you can roll over on your left side. Maybe that'll help you grab your leg. But again, you're not pulling the leg, you're pressing the foot into the hand. And then come on back down, just pause. Just notice how that quadricep is saying, thank you, thank you. Okay, other side. Again, pressing. And you're also getting a bonus left shoulder opener. All right, and then come on, let that one go, and then let's slowly come on up to a seated position. Nice and gently Okay. Bring your fingertips behind you. Elongate that spine. Okay. Okay. Really rooting the feet into the earth. And again, just like we were doing that halfway up and halfway down, maybe I'll come around this way. Let's see if I can show you. So my spine is neutral. Okay. Inhale the arms up. Okay. And then exhale, when you fold forward, you're folding it, you're hinging at the hips. I'm keeping my spine neutral. I'm not rounding down, okay? So inhale up, exhale, fold forward to the point where you start to round. That's where you stop. And you let the shoulder blades come down your back, okay? Don't let the chin jet out. But just notice just this slight movement. We're doing the halfway up, okay? Just like we do, but it's good habits. And then come on back up, okay? And let's bring the soles of the feet to the earth. And we're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way back down, nice and slow, using your upper back there to really help out, okay? And maybe bring our arms out to a T, and then we'll windshield wiper our knees side to side, just loosening up anything that may have gotten a little cranky, okay? And then just like we did at the beginning, let's cross the right foot over the left knee, okay? We tend to have a lot of tight hips, so even after doing all the eagle pose, this certainly will help. Okay, lift the left leg up, thread the needle. Remember, if your head comes off the ground, you can use a pillow to come up, so that you're not straining so much, but able to feel the hip stretch. And you may keep that left foot on the ground. That's all right too. Just let that open. And then bring the left foot down, uncross the leg, and just pause for a moment, just taking it all in. Taking the right hip in and how nice it feels. And then cross the left leg. Maybe it doesn't feel nice, but maybe that stretch helped a little bit. And then you can clasp your hands. These stretches tend to help with the piriformis muscle, which is kind of connected, I believe, to the SI joint in there. So some of us have SI issues, and I understand this may help. But again, you should talk to your doctor, to your physical therapist for if you do have issues like with SI. And then come on back down. Okay, let's bring the right knee into your chest, okay? And maybe extend the left leg, okay? And you can keep that left knee bent. That's fine too, okay? And then just straighten the right foot up to the sky. Now, this time we're going to be a little bit more conscious of when we clasp our hands on the back of the thigh, we're going to press our thigh into the hand and maybe move the heel up more towards the sky so we get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch, okay? And you can maybe walk your hands a little higher up. Some of you may be able to touch your toes. Okay, whatever works for you, just getting a nice stretch. And again, you can keep that left foot, that left knee bent. And walk it back down. Bring that foot back in for a moment. And then just bring the foot back down. Let the other knee bend. And just pause for a moment. All right, now lengthen the left foot up, clasp your hands. You can straighten the right leg if you want. This is totally optional. This time, press the thigh a little bit more into your hands. You're not shoving it, you're gingerly pressing it. Now the heel goes up towards the sky. So basically you're flexing your foot, the left foot, just feeling a nice stretch. And then maybe if you want to, you can walk your hands up and grab the foot if that's in your repertoire and your poses today. And walk your hands back down. All right, bring the soles of the feet to the earth and tee your arms out, okay? And maybe rock side to side, just loosening up anything that may have gotten a little tight. And then lengthen your legs out, let your feet fall open to the sky. Back of your hands down by the sides, back of your hands on the floor, your hands down by your sides. Maybe bring your shoulder blades a little bit down your back and just let go here. This is the time that is so important for checking into the breath, checking into any new or old sensations that are bodily. And if there's any tension, see if you can soften it. And you can interpret that phrase in many different ways, but sometimes when there is tension and you focus on the area, and instead of putting a story behind it, just release it. You can even put some visualizations of it floating on a pillow of feathers, of anything that will make it soothing. And you can go back to that 3-part breath. You inhale through your nose. Feel the chest and the ribs and the belly expand. You can stay here all day, which is highly recommended. Or if you want to, start moving some body parts, toes, fingers. You can even round your wrist around if you want. And when you're ready, just roll over to a side. And just hang out there for a moment. And gently come up to a seated position, how we started. And see if you can make your spine nice and neutral. Do the 3-point breath again on your own. And if you want, you can bring your hands into prayer and come back to that intention, that one thing you were grateful for on top of your breath that we brought up at the beginning of class. And hold it in your heart. And inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.